Hey guys, today I wanted to show you some updates I've made with KSGA, the National Weather Service here at Suwanee, Georgia. I'm calling it KSGA for a couple specific reasons. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, starting up, we officially have a new NOAA weather radio station. So you guys know we have KZZ56, which got a transmitter upgrade.
Warnings and advisories in effect. Suwanee and surrounding areas. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, station KZZ56 in Suwanee, coming to you live from the National Weather Service in Suwanee, operating 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Now, we also have station KEC54 in Marietta, which serves Western Georgia.
And now the extended outlook for the period Wednesday through Monday. Thunderstorms are expected every day throughout the week, with strong to isolated severe storms possible. Damaging winds and small hail will be the main threat, although some storms could produce localized heavy rain. Spotter information statement. Spotter activation isn't anticipated through tonight. And now, here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of north and central Georgia. For this afternoon and tonight, scattered thunderstorms.
So yeah, we officially have two homemade NOAA-based weather radio stations. Now let's go down to the transmitter control room to see the behind the scenes, because I've been getting a lot of questions about what transmitter am I using? How am I doing all this? And I see your comments. I do see everything. I just don't have time to reply. So I thought I could reply to your questions in this video. So let's go ahead and go there. Now, before we get into the transmitter control room, I just wanted to say these transmitters, well, actually one of the transmitters is completely modified. I've taken it apart and I've put what it's called a dummy load in it, which reduces the range of the transmission by a lot. Add the antenna taken off and low power mode transmitting, this transmission does not leave my house. That goes for KEC54. With KZZ56 new transmitter, I don't even need to do that, because without an antenna, the broadcast can't even get to upstairs. So that's how limited it is. So yeah. So entering the control room, you have the KEC54 computer. You can see here we have the control panel right here, the voice text Paul right here, and you have the terminal right here. You can see it just, the latest toned product was a cancellation. And you can go here and you can see what products are in here. Now, somebody asked me who designed this. I designed this. The reason it says redesigned is because this used to look a lot more retro. The background wasn't purple, but now I changed it in the background. It just looks better here. Then going to the right, we have the KZZ56 computer, the OG, like to call it. Same kind of concept. Looks like it just, its last message was also a cancellation for a special marine warning. Same thing, it runs literally the same thing. I think it has a little bit more stuff to read here, but yeah. So that's it. Oh, we do not want it to install updates. It's terminals right there. So yeah. Here, and to answer somebody's question, I couldn't even remember who asked the question. Here are the transmitters. So this transmitter is a TID radio HD4, I believe, HDH4. So this is the transmitter I installed the dummy load in. And it's transmitting on low power, as you can see, and there's no antenna. Here we have the Baofeng UV17 Pro, I think. I don't even know the model numbers of this. This can focus. This one is for KZZ56, that's for KEC54. This one over here has a longer antenna because, like I said, if I take the antenna off, the transmission upstairs is dropped. So, and yes, I have done tests where to see if the broadcast drops when I leave my house, and it does. I've done multiple tests of it with different receivers to confirm. And I've been doing this for God knows how long, and I haven't received a single complaint. Nobody's knocked at my door. So that's how I know this is isolated and we're good. And I haven't seen any comments about what I'm doing, so yeah. And it was so funny. Well, I fiddled around with the terminal on video, and it looks like it just froze. So you can just see here, because the terminal froze, the GUI here is frozen. So as you can see, this is pretty unstable. Okay, now it's back. Is it gonna, oh, okay, so it sees I stopped it. We're gonna start it back up again. All right, and it's back up. Sorry you guys have to witness that. A little fail. So yeah, that's the transmitter control room. That's the behind the scenes of everything. So let's go up to how I can get messages out to these. So coming back to the main workstation here. So many ways that my stations receive alerts or messages get to it. Its main way is from the National Weather Service API. So what it's basically pulling from is the area description and the UGC line. And then it's pulling the headline and the description, as well as the instruction. Sorry, not this headline. This headline, NWS headline right here. So that's what it's pulling from right here. And yeah, it's pretty fast, it gets it done. The way it receives messages is actually from, there's another Python application I developed called KSGA text workstation, which is pretty self-explanatory. It is a full replica of the AWIPS text workstation. So you see here, I have a couple of things that I have to manually send out, which includes a tropical weather outlook, which I haven't sent one because hasn't been anything interesting, so there's no reason for me to put that on the scroll. I stopped putting the coastal water forecast on the scroll because of KEC54. I'm gonna have to isolate some of these zones. You see, you have a required weekly test. This goes to KZZ56. I didn't actually do a required weekly test today because I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do a required weekly test. Because you guys realize if I send this out, this is supposed to go to KZZ56. This will tone out to both KZZ56 and KEC54 because KEC54 covers Cherokee, Cobb, and Fayette. So have a random, oh yeah, I was doing some testing. So SIL is the silent alarm. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that KZZ56 decided not to tone out for whatever reason. It doesn't seem to do well with multi-state. It's always with Baker, Duval, and Nassau. I don't understand why it doesn't catch it, but I had to manually tone that out. And these I issue every single day. This is a hazardous weather outlook for the coastal waters, southeastern Georgia and northeastern Florida. This is basically covers, if I show you on the map, JAX, the National Weather Service at Jacksonville covers all this area, going all the way up to Brunswick. And I'm only covering from Brunswick to Fernandina Beach. So this is the area I'm covering, if it makes any sense. And I'm also covering Jacksonville. Because they don't issue hazardous weather outlooks, so I just decided, hey, why don't I do it? Let me know what you guys think of this. This is pretty, I think it's pretty realistic, except I'm not using the zonal. I'm not using the zones, I'm using the county codes. The only zones I'm using is the marine zones. This is the latest. I sent one this morning And this is valid. I'm taking a look at, as you can see, I'm taking a look at variety of models here. So the triple HR, the GFS, the NAM. I'm looking at a lot to build this. So yeah. So I can actually send a little test message to both stations. So here's a little unrealistic practice demo warning I've whipped up. You will never see a practice demo warning written like this ever. You'll never see a practice demo warning even written out. I don't think I've ever seen a practice demo warning sent over NOAA weather radio. So this will be interesting. So I'm sending this for basically the state of Georgia. So KZZ56 will tone and KEC54 will tone. This means county code 1 through 350. And I have the expiration time as all zeros, same with the valid time, so this will tone for 15 minutes. You see here, this is a test message. The National Weather Service in Suwanee has issued a practice demo warning at the request of the National Weather Service. This is a test message. Please disregard repeating this attest. Then I have some random numbers here. And then just to show you that it'll only read this portion right here. And it'll stop after this. So we're going to go ahead and send this message out. But before we do that, we're going to also check send to email. And we're also going to open up the main API here. This is the alert log for KSGA. It shows literally everything that's sent through here. So before we send this message out, let's get the radios cranking, shall we? Let's go ahead and turn on KZZ56. And we're going to also turn on KEC54. Let's see who gets the message first. All right, here we go. 3. So we're going to click. We're going to, oh my God, please focus. There we go. We're going to click send. Okay, stop lagging. Send. Says stop. You're about to send a DMO to the wireless alert network. Sorry, not the wireless. The wireless alert network and the KSGA database. Do you really want to send? Once I click yes, it's out there. It's on the server.
Suwanee has issued a practice demo warning at the request of the National Weather Service. This is a test message. Please disregard. Repeating this attest. And now, here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of north and central Georgia. For this afternoon and tonight, scattered.
So that's funny. So they both went to the hazardous weather outlook, except this one went to the hazardous weather outlook form that I issued, and KEC54 went to the hazardous weather outlook that the FFC issued. So yeah, that's basically a practice or a demo of, I just said practice demo, a demo of how messages get out. So you see KEC54 finished early because it had the shorter headers, because it only covers western Georgia. KZZ56 had the longer headers because it literally covers north central Georgia, it covers east central Georgia, it covers southeast Georgia, and that's it. So it had Brantley, Camden, Glenn, it had the KEC 80 listening area, it had parts of east central Georgia, and it had McIntosh, and yeah. So yeah, KZZ56 had the longer headers. Now I didn't need all the radios going off, obviously, so I sent a practice demo which only goes off on some radios. That one, did the Recom get it? Yep, the Recom got it. So yeah, that's the updates I've made to KSGA, and I hope this answered some of your questions that you guys had in the comments of my other video. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you have any additional questions. You can email me. And I also have a live stream for KZZ56. I'll have it in the description. I will get a live stream for KEC54 soon, but right now it's not as stable as KZZ56, so I still have to get it fully stable. But KZZ56 is my main station, so it's on stream. This will be up shortly, so stay tuned.